Hi Warwick, welcome to my address. First topic I want to hit on today is trash collection. Starting November 1st, we're going to change up the schedule a little bit. It's only going to affect Tuesdays and Fridays. We're switching the Tuesday route to Friday and the Friday route to Tuesday. There's a lot of reasons for doing this. We're just trying to make things a lot more efficient. Tuesday is by far the shortest collection day. Friday is by far the longest. Having the shortest day on Friday gives us time to make up for whatever we couldn't tackle during the week. And also it'd be really helpful when trash is delayed one day due to a holiday or weather. It's virtually impossible to get everything picked up on Saturday from the Friday route. The biggest reason is it's the furthest away from the city yard, first of all, furthest away from the landfill. But the landfill also closes early on Saturdays. It closes at 11:30 instead of 3:30. So we don't have time to go out and empty the trucks and get back on the route. Once they're full, our hands are tied and we have to usually go back on Monday, which puts us behind for the rest of the week. So we're doing a lot of things to make trash collection and a lot of other things more efficient. We're GPSing the truck so we can examine these routes, because these are the same routes we've had probably since I was a little boy. So we're just trying to make things go smoother and more efficiently. We're going to get word out about this, social media, we're going to do press releases, we're going to do a robocall, and we're actually going to hang flyers on the doors of the affected areas. Now, this will include your garbage, recycling, yard waste, and heavy pickup. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays remain exactly the same, so you don't have to worry about it. I want to talk to you a minute about the school bond, the $350 million bond that will be on November's ballot to build 2 new high schools in the city of Warwick. Starting tomorrow on the city's website, there'll be an analysis of what it would cost people should this go through. Now I want you to know there's been a lot of talk about whether the schools could be built for $350 million in the current economic climate we're in, because there are cost overruns on virtually every construction project. The question is, can they both be built for $350 million? I'm not sure about that. But the bond referendum only authorizes $350 million. If the bids come in and it's more than that, the city cannot proceed with it. So the vote is not the final step in the process. The website will give you examples of what it would cost you just to pay for this bond. That doesn't include anything we can't see, any other tax increases that could happen, other bonds or whatever. But it's going to be very clear, it's going to be very simple. I myself personally, I am voting for the bond, but I'm a little worried about the costs. But like I said, there's a mechanism for that as a fail-safe. So you have to make up your own mind. It's on the ballot in November. Also on the ballot, there will be a referendum to increase mayor's terms from 2 years to 4 years. The city council passed that, and that's up to the voters. I mean, a 4-year term would be better because you don't have to run every 2 years. It's really hard to get anything done in 2 years. But it's also going to be a term limit of 2 4-year terms and 12 years for the council. I will accept whatever the voters choose to go on this. I'll be supportive of whatever you decide. Great news, the therapy pool opened this past week. There was a lot of work to be done. It took quite a while, but it was specialty work. We didn't have anyone that bid on it. We had one company, and they had a lot of other work. We had some technical issues. We had a filter system that wasn't working. So just like we did with the big pool, we took our time, we did it right. We did a lot of cosmetic work. We did that in-house. It took a while, but it's open for business. The hours you can find online from Parks and Recreation Facebook page or the website. So enjoy it. We're going to keep our eye on it and make sure it keeps functioning properly. We're committed to maintaining our facilities. Recently, there's been a rash of break-ins into cars in different areas in the city. They don't actually break in. What they do is they find cars that are unlocked. The police department, along with myself, it happened to me many years ago. It happened to both my daughters. You have to keep your cars locked and don't keep valuables in them. Keeping valuables in them, if it looks enticing, they may just break your window. Normally they don't, because that ends their shopping spree that night. You have to keep them locked. You can't have any valuables in there. And this just isn't just at home. When you go out to stores, especially during the Christmas season, just don't have anything valuable in there. Make sure you lock it. It deters a lot of the crime. The police are working on it, but they're looking at videos, they're looking at Ring doorbell cameras, but these thieves are pretty clever. They put masks on, they put hoods on, so it's very difficult to find them. So like I said, the best way to combat it is to be very careful. In the coming weeks, Main Avenue is scheduled to go on a road diet. To explain, the Main Avenue, this section between the Greenwood Bridge and Route 5, is going to be reduced from the 4 lanes it is now to 2 lanes with a center turn lane. The DOT has suggested this, the city has suggested it. It's a very dangerous road. People travel at high rates of speed, and is also very narrow. There's no margin for error. Usually on that road, an accident is either head-on or you hit a telephone pole. Like as I said, there's not a great margin of error there. Most accidents there are very serious, result in serious injury. So the DOT has agreed to do this. They said at both ends where the red lights are, there have been a lot of concerns about traffic, and I'm concerned also, but they said they're going to need enough double lanes to queue up the traffic there. They've also said after a period of time, I don't know if it'd be 6 months, a year, whatever, if it's not working, they're more than willing to turn it back to 4 lanes. It's just a matter of painting. It's not a great deal of expense. So, you know, most people are pleased to hear this because, as I said, it's a dangerous road. You know, it might slow down traffic a little bit, but the traffic should be going. Speed limit's 35 miles an hour there, and that's not normally what people do. We're looking to keep people safe. So we'll keep our eyes on it, we'll monitor it. We'll get the word out to you about when they're going to be doing this, because there'll be some traffic delays just so you can avoid the area. Well, that's it this week, Warwick. We'll see you next week.